Hello guys, welcome to Expertisor Academy. So today we're going to see a bit more into Microsoft project, and so in the last lesson we saw how to create a blank project and add a couple of tasks and some of the basic things. So now we're going to see how to set up some project information. So far we don't even know what this project is for, and we don't have much more information about what is happening on the project. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go to the project tab, and so this is where you see a lot of the high level information about the project. So the first thing is we see something called project information. So click on that tab button, and then you'll see the start date of the project. So here you can actually set what is the start date for the project. So right now the very first task in the project is starting at 28th, and that is what it says as the starting of the project. So now I can actually change this to, let's say, 24th. That means the project is not yet started. The current day is 20th, so it's going to be 24th is a start date. And then I'm going to say schedule from start date. And there is also another option that says project finishes on that date. That means anything that you do in your project plan, everything has to end by that date. So only problem with that one is, let's say if there is some changes that is happening, then you have to work everything to make sure that it cannot go beyond the finish date. So it's actually if you constrain it to that particular date, then you have to work from backwards to make sure that everything fits well. And by default, most projects we use project start date as a scheduling from, and then the current date you can actually set a different date to visualize how the project plan is going to be. So for now I'm just going to leave it to the current date, and another one is the status date. So for now I can also select it for the current date as well. So you can choose whichever the date as your status date as well, which just generally gives you what is happening on that specific date. So and then another one is the calendar. By default, Microsoft Project gives you three types of calendar: 24 hours, night shift, and standard. And my suggestion would be is, let the very first thing that you do is create your own company calendar, which aligns with your time zone, your company opening hours and closing hours, and the time your staff works, and a lot of these things. So that way, every time you create a project, everything is so aligned with your company. And then priority. So if you manage multiple projects, there is an option called sub project within MSP. You can see the button right here. So it is like in one MSP project interface, you can actually manage multiple projects. So this is really good when you have, let's say, if you're a project manager who's managing, let's say, 3 or 4 projects, and with the same pool of resources. That means you have same set of guys working on different projects, and you manage all of the guys as well as all of the projects. Then you'd be better off using this sub project concept. That is, like, rather than keeping all the project data as separate files which you have to open each of them, and then they may not really talk to each other, you can keep all the projects within one major project. So that way that all project files, all project data integrate, talks to each other. So you can sort of manage, let's say one guy is working on multiple projects, you should be able to see what the guy is working on tomorrow and day after tomorrow, next week, and stuff. And so the priority helps you to actually whenever there is multiple tasks which is conflicting, so it helps you to say which one you want to go prioritize based on the priority value that you give for the project. And so these are the basic things. And then statistics, basically, as of today, as of the status date that you have set, it will tell you what is the total duration that has taken, and number of tasks that is completed as per the project plan and as per your status. And then it gives you theoretically what you plan to do and how much time and cost it should take. And then in actual world, based on the tasks that you marked as complete and the hours that has been marked as complete, and all those statuses, it tells you the actual cost and the duration that is consumed. So you can actually get to see the overall project status right up here. And so that's all in the project information. And the next one is you will actually see how to do calculate the project after you make the changes. That's like every time there is a whole bunch of tasks here, and then if you made some of the tasks as complete or mark some of the status or move the dates, you can obviously click on this button. It will actually go and recalculate all those stats that you've seen right up here, and also it will update any reports, any custom reports that you've been using, so it will have more updated information. And some of the other things such as WBS baselines, a lot of these things we will actually do it as a separate video so you can get through that. And another one is update project. So this is the status date. Remember, we have set the status date. We can actually change the status date to, let's say, 26th or something, and then you can say update project, and based on this it will mark those tasks as complete, because we starting this on 20th and we finishing on 21st and all these dates. And now let's say the date is, we set the status date to be 26, and then when you click on update project, as per your project plan, it will automatically go and mark those tasks as complete. And as a project manager, generally I wouldn't really use this option unless and until I'm pretty sure what is happening. Most cases I will actually go and mark each of those tasks manually as complete, rather than using an automated way of marking multiple tasks, because sometimes if you mark these things incorrectly, this will affect your project plan down the lane, and so it will be a bit hard to fix it as well. Anyway guys, so that's all the things about the project tab and some basic information about project. Now in the next lesson we will see a bit more into WBS and some of the other little things. We will keep going right through that. And before you begin with any projects, few things that you have to keep in handy. One is write down list of all your important tasks, and then summary task. I'll come back to you in later later video on what is task and summary task. And then list of people who's going to work on the project, and the sort of deadlines and sort of milestones, and when are the days then generally the clients will pay for your invoices, and keep all those information handy, so such a way that when you create a project plan, you should be able to be highly informed of what is happening around the project. So any small detail that you misses down, you missed it during the project creation time, you will be the one who have to go back and fix it up later on, which will be sort of painful. So my suggestion will be keep all the information handy so you can do everything at one go. All right guys, that's it for now, and have a great day, and subscribe to the channel if you like these videos. Thank you.